Alright, so we have the car tore apart today. We're replacing the starter. It's right there. Let's see, old one, new one. But what I'm most excited about is I reached out to a brand to see if they would work with me possibly, and they did. So I just tested a piece. This is my intake, of course. It's filthy. This was filthy. I'm just gonna wipe it down now, but it was very, very, very nasty. Because these Metros do leak oil everywhere, and well, this was completely caked up. You can still see down there where I haven't wiped it out, but not scrubbing it at all. It was worse than that. Should have did a video, but I forgot. But this is the brand. This G4 Grease, Grime, and Gunk Gone. This is a, let me wipe it off. This is a no scrub formula. And when I say this stuff works great, this stuff works fantastic. They were kind enough to send me out some to give it a test. Just watch. Like before, like I can wipe it, but it's not. I mean, all the pitting and stuff is still nasty. So what I did was I just coated it on here a little bit like this here, just to give it a good coat. And this is just a degreaser, basically. It don't smell. I've used a bunch of different ones. This one, so far, has been my favorite. Not just because they sent it to me, but because it's amazing. And I can go back on here and kind of blow it off a little bit and use it more. And look at that. Already. And like I'll take my rag and just wipe all this residual off here. But just look at this. Flip it over and look at this side.
Tell them why you reached out to them.
Like this stuff is amazing. Like I said, I'm just gonna wipe it off, but just look at that. And that's what I did with that. Because all that was pitted and black. This was all nasty. Everything. I had wiped off the top just a little bit. Yeah. So this stuff, it's pretty freaking amazing. Now, I reached out to this company because I work at a small engines place. I'm a mechanic. And we had I think it was a representative that brought this stuff out to put it in the store. And I started using it around the shop. And it takes stuff off of everything. I've taken grime and black off the top of a piston. I've taken everything. I've cleaned entire motors with it already. So I reached out to them just to see if they would bring some out. Well, they did. They showed up. They sent me some product out. It's amazing. Like, really amazing. Most stuff that I've had to use, I have had to scrub a little bit. Even with degreasers. Any degreasers, usually you have to scrub a little bit. But this stuff is pretty freaking cool. And it don't smell bad. Like, I've washed my hands with it too. Might not, you know, advertise that, but I wash my hands with it all the time. But it's pretty amazing stuff. So I wanted to make a video on the car, and might as well throw this in there because I'm using it, because it's fantastic stuff. Like, truly fantastic. Like again, they have other products as well. Stuff to use inside, outside, and like you see, that's grease, oil. I'm just gonna spray this starter just because. Like I say, it's. Well, I'm not wasting it. I've got more. Cause they were kind enough to send me a few bottles of this and a few bottles of the other cleaner.
I like to use in the bathroom.
Mrs. Engine Light Garage, you know, Mommy's garage. She's used it in the bathroom. It works fantastic.
Absolutely love it.
See, like I said, I'm just gonna wipe. Like all these spots here, like that's stuff that's pitted on there. So that's not really gonna come off. You're not gonna restore metal. But for something that doesn't leave It doesn't leave a residue. It's pretty great. Pretty great stuff. I just figured I'd spray this. I just figured I'll spray this down and just kind of show you a little bit. I'm just wiping it off with this dirty rag.
I know we're not.
But this stuff cleans.
Interesting.
Really freaking great. Yeah, if you want to check it out, this is the website right, if I can get it to focus, right there. Encore Coatings.
I'll check it out.
This one is the G4. And like I said, it's amazing. Really great stuff. I'm fixing to wash my hands off with it because I've got to reinstall my new starter. But Mrs. Engine Light Garage, aka Mommy's Garage, is fixing to film it a little bit. I'm just gonna clean my hands up a little bit because where I was touching everything. It ain't advertised to do this. Okay, it's not, and it might not even be recommended, but I do it.
It is safe. It says it's safe.
It's almost got like the orange glow hand cleaner kind of smell. But I mean, this stuff is pretty freaking awesome. Pretty awesome stuff. And it don't even leave a residue on my hands. But now I'm just fixing to clean this stuff up and just wipe it all down. Get everything reinstalled and finish up the video here in a little while. Alright, so I figured I'd do a bit of how I'm cleaning this thing. Like I said, I'm just wiping this thing down. And the way it's cleaning, some might even say that I scrubbed it off the camera or took a brush to it or all that. But I'm literally just wiping it down. Just a shop rag. And I can't get all up in these crevices or nothing. I ain't trying to make it just perfect. I'm just trying to get most of this off. So it's just a little bit cleaner. But look at that. This stuff does some amazing work. Clean the surface up with it. Look at it, I'm just wiping it off. That's literally all you got to do. And if I had an air blower, hooked to an air compressor, you can actually just blow this stuff right off and it would clean it just like this. I unfortunately do not have an air compressor right now, but I know it works because I've done it at work. Gasket. Clean up underneath that thing because it's all nasty. But yeah, this stuff works fantastic. And I can guarantee that if you do take something like just a regular scrub brush, it ain't even got to be nothing real hard, just a little scrub brush, put a little bit of work into it, I guarantee you can get every bit of this off.
You know what they'd really mark it on? Making a laundry detergent for...
Shoot, I'm gonna spray, after I'm done, I'm gonna spray these jeans down a little bit with it and then throw it in the washer. We'll see what happens to it. These jeans have a hole in them, but I'll do that just to see. Like I said, this stuff works amazing. But I'm not scrubbing it, I'm just wiping it down. Now your real thick greasy spots, you may have to go over once or twice if you want them just ultra clean. For the most part, putting fingerprints back on everything. Then I touched all the nasty side. For the most part, the stuff works friggin' fantastic. I mean, look at that. That's clean. Super clean. Now, whether or not you can paint on it right after you get done with this or not, you may have to put something on it to take the cleaner off of it. I would say, if you're gonna paint it. But you just taking stuff apart and wanting to clean it up before you put it back on, there you go. It works. I'll put a link in my video description that can take y'all right over to their website, because this stuff is amazing. This will be probably the only non-aerosol cleaner I use. I'll set this down on the ground just so I ain't got no dirt and rocks all over it.
You need a lifetime supply of this stuff.
I know. I say they're not paying me to say anything. They just wanted to send some product out to me after I reached out. And, well, there it is. Works freaking fantastic. I'm not even gonna scrub that in. I'm gonna spray it and wipe it off. Because it is a no scrub formula. Like I said, it might not go on your hands. They might not advertise it for your hands. I mean, it is a degreaser. They probably don't. But it works. I'm happy with it. Extremely happy with it. I'm gonna put everything back together now.